Hi, I'm Chip, and welcome back to A Deeper Dive. In the last video, we talked about Kiryu Shibusawa, the cold and manipulative businessman. He's the brain of the Dojima family, and is the one who instigated the story of the game in the first place. He's ruthless and cunning, patient enough to wait until the cards are in his favor, but motivated enough to keep on going forward. He's the final hurdle that Kiryu had to go through before becoming the Dragon of Dojima. His boss battle is one of my favorites of all time, not just because of the action, but the symbolism and the theme song that make the entire thing such a beautifully violent scene. A battle of ideologies, the battle of the two dragons. It truly is a masterpiece. So, if you have never played the game before, you may be asking, "Hey Chip, why did you talk about the final boss of the game before the other lieutenant?" Well, that's because the last lieutenant I wanted to talk about is a man of pure tenacity, more so than the other two. He is without fear and is fueled by pride, as well as being an absolute beast at fighting punks. He is none other than Daisaku Kuze is one of my favorite characters ever. Not just in video games, but in any media. The reason why I saved Kuze for the final video is because of the level of depth that he has. Kuze may seem like a one-dimensional character at first, but over the course of the game, we start to peel the layers of this Yakuza lieutenant. So, without further ado, this is a deeper dive on Daisaku Kuze. But before we get started, I'm gonna have to ask you to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want more content like this. It helps the channel out a ton with the algorithm, and hitting the bell icon will let you know whenever I post, so you never miss a video. Daisaku Kuze is a muscular and tall man who seems to be in his late 40s, maybe early 50s. Even at the age that he is still extremely fit and in good shape. He wears a light gray suit over a patterned white dress shirt. He also wears a matching white snakeskin belt and loafers, as well as gold-rimmed sunglasses. At first, Kuze seems to be the most iffy of the three lieutenants. His looks just scream a red flag for most people. In fact, the first person that we thought of for framing us in the empty lot was Kuze. However, over the course of the story, we find out that Kuze is nothing like the dishonorable and backhanded guy that we thought he was. In fact, Kuze is a no-nonsense, straightforward, and sometimes thuggish person. Kuze is a person with a tenacity like no other, always getting up whenever he gets beat down. Because of this, he is the boss that we fight the most, 5 times to be exact, which makes him a pseudo-rival character for Kiryu. Being a boxer in his former life, he remarks that the Yakuza life is different from the boxing ring. I'll let him explain. This mentality is the reason why he could go up the ranks and become the patriarch to his own family, namely the Keno clan. You can probably tell at this point, but if Awano is the face of the Dojima family and Shibusawa is the brain, then Kuze is the muscle. He's the one who handles the torturing of people and the disposing of threats to the Dojima family. All of these characteristics can actually be heard in his theme song, Pledge of Demon. I know that I said that I love two dragons, but this is my favorite track in the game. It gets your heart pumping and gets you ready to trade blows with a Yakuza lieutenant. And in a way, it kinda has to. This theme represents Kuze, and what Kuze is known for is persistence. This theme has to get you excited for the battle, because that's what you're supposed to feel when you fight Kuze over and over and over again. I know that this is already a meme in the Yakuza community, but it's basically like that line in SpongeBob.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Kuze is awesome. But that's not the only theme that he has. That's right, Kuze has two different themes. The second theme plays on his fifth encounter. As we go through the game, we learn more and more about Kuze, and as it turns out, Kuze actually has a very honorable side to him. He holds its pride up high even when he gets beat down. So long as he still has his pride as a man, as a fighter, and as a Yakuza member, he will not go down. His view of the world is that of a boxer. He sees life as a perpetual combat and that people will always have to get stronger. He says that the reason why he joined the Yakuza is not because he wanted to hurt people like Awano, or that he wants to fulfill his own hefty ambitions like Shibusawa. The reason why he joined the Yakuza is to beat people who are stronger than him. He holds respect to the people who follow this philosophy, like how he started to respect Kiryu after he had continued on his journey to end the Empty Lot conflict. He also respects ability in battle, and after a while, he is truly impressed by Kiryu, even though his tough guy facade hides it. In their final battle, out of respect for Kiryu, he even tells Kiryu where Shibusawa is. In the end, Kiryu comes to respect the man, and in the same way that Kuze is changed by Kiryu, Kiryu is changed by Kuze. The way that Kiryu dresses for the rest of the franchise is actually quite similar to Kuze, with his light grey suit and snakeskin loafers. In the end, Kuze is the person who is the most impactful towards Kiryu going forward. This is who Kuze actually is. He is a man with pride to fight for, and the will to respect people not bound by the easy life. This noble side to Kuze can actually be heard in his second theme, Oath of Enma. Did I say that Pledge of Demon is my favorite track? I meant to say that these two songs are my favorite. In fact, one cannot exist without the other anymore. One shows how powerful and tenacious Kuze is, and the other shows him at his lowest point, when he had nothing left to lose. These two songs are some of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time, and are among my favorite songs in general. Kuze is an awesome character, and I aspire to be as tenacious, persistent, and unwavering as he is in my own life. Yakuza 0 has some amazing antagonists. Each one may look to be one-dimensional, but in reality, each one has their own characteristics, personalities, and struggles. The backstories that they have, their demeanor, and their theme songs all convey their characters perfectly. With antagonists like that, it is no wonder why Yakuza 0 is as memorable as we know it today. That's all for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can probably tell, Kuze is my personal favorite, but every single one of the antagonists of Yakuza 0, all of them are wonderful. So if you want me to make more videos on Yakuza 0, or maybe you want me to talk about the Yakuza series in general, please do comment down below. I'd love to hear what your ideas are. I'll do my best to respond as much as I can. Anyway, thanks for watching, and remember to stay kind and stay chipper.